Yes, people, welcome back to Arsenal with Ash. First review of the season, Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. Great start. Off the mark, 3 points and a clean sheet for our first game of the season. Can't ask for much more. The boys done their job. Really good performance. Some sloppy moments which were to be expected due to it being the first game, getting the cobwebs off. But I'm really happy with the clean sheet, especially because I did predict us to concede a goal. But yeah, started the game really well. We had the 11 that most of us would have expected. In terms of the question marks, we had a question mark at left back. Zinchenko got the nod, which was kind of expected considering he played the most minutes at pre-season for all the left backs. In midfield, we started with Partey, Rice and Odegaard. And then up front, Mikel Arteta went with Martinelli on the left and Havertz up front, with obviously Saka on the right. So yeah, strong team, really strong team. Like I said before, I was a little bit concerned by Wolves because they are a good team. Got some really good players. I really like the coach as well. But yeah, especially in midfield, really strong. João Gomez, got Mario Lemina, Bellegarde as well. And then they brought off some firepower off the bench as well. But yeah, we managed the game really well, especially at the start of the game. We kind of controlled it. They didn't really have many chances. And then we managed to get the goal after 25 minutes with Kai Havertz. Great crossing from the right from Bukayo. Right on Havertz. The goalkeeper was in no man's land and Havertz got there before him and stuck the header in the top corner. Great start. Havertz is off the mark. I think last season it took him about 20 games to get his first open play goal. So really happy with him getting off the mark within 25 minutes. And I really do believe he can do something in the 9 this season. The golden boot charges on. So yeah, and then like I said, we kept creating some chances, controlling the game, and then we had that moment with David Raya making a great save. What a save! Being a bit sloppy at the back, we were playing about with the ball, lost the ball. Hwang on the right whips in a great cross to their new number 9 who gets on the end of it. And David Raya is going one way, manages to fling his body the other way and make a great reaction save. And yeah, that was a big moment in the game because at that point, if we could have gone to 1-1, like I said, they've got some really good players, so it could have been a really good different game. But yeah, then going into the second half, again, we were kind of controlling the game. A few sloppy moments where we're giving the ball away in silly, dangerous areas, but luckily it didn't lead to anything. And then Saka comes up with a brilliant moment on the right. Trademark Saka, cuts in, whips it, reverses it, and the keeper had no chance. 2-0, and then that was pretty much the game done. But yeah, really happy with the boys. From a first game of the season, there isn't much more you can ask for from them. Get the 3 points. We can't expect champagne football in the first game of the season, but to get a clean sheet is massive as well. And yeah, hopefully we can continue. I'm going to go into the player ratings now. Start with David Raya. Like I said, great save, big moment in the game, big save. Was really good on the ball as well. I think he made another couple of good saves in the second half as well. So he gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Ben White, assured, quite quiet, didn't really have to do much. But when he did, got forward well. Defended their I think he's a new left winger. He's quite tricky. Defended well against him. Inverted when he needed to as well. So yeah, he was really good. So he'll probably get an 8 out of 10 from me. Saliba done his job defensively, but on the ball, quite a few sloppy moments. Not his best game at all. And a lot of those moments could have led to goals. And certainly dangerous situations. So for me, you'll probably get like a 6 out of 10. Gabriel, a bit better than Saliba. He defended really well, wasn't as sloppy on the ball, but yeah, nothing spectacular. You probably get maybe a 7 out of 10 from me. Zinchenko, a lot better on the ball than he was towards the end of last season. Well, most of last season I was quite heavily critical of him because I thought his main attribute is to get us going, inverting, creating as more of like a deep line playmaker, but I thought that on the ball for last season he kept getting out muscled, losing the ball in silly areas. But he was definitely a lot better, and you can tell he's had a good pre-season. So yeah, he was decent. Had a decent game. So I'll probably give him a 7 out of 10. Thomas Partey's always is a really strange game from him. He's done some really good things, done some really poor things. Really hard to judge him at the moment, to be honest with you. He had some moments where he was giving the ball away in sloppy areas, times when in transition he's getting caught out because he ain't got the legs anymore to get back the way he should. But then he had some really good moments with some really nice touches and some really good passes through the lines and finding our attacking players. So it's really, really difficult. It's a weird one to judge, to be honest with you. But I'll probably I can't give him more than a 6 out of 10, to be honest. And strangely enough, this morning I'm hearing talk of us potentially looking to offload him this summer. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. Declan Rice, you can tell he hasn't had a full preseason. He looked rusty. Didn't really affect the game. Wasn't at his sharpest. Yeah, he pressed really well at times. But yeah, he wasn't at his best at all. Came off with an injury in the second half. Well, not an injury. I think he had a bit of cramp. So yeah, I can't give him more than a 6 out of 10 either. Odegaard tried his best to get us going, as he always does. Linked up well with the attacking players. I remember one pass in the first half he made to Martinelli. Great pass in behind the right back. But yeah, it wasn't a spectacular game from him, but yeah, he was decent. I'll give him a 7 out of 10. And then the front three, I'm going to start off with Martinelli, who again flattered to deceive, man. So he was really quiet. First half he had some decent moments, but nothing really came from it. Second half he was so quiet. Yeah, it's really frustrating. I want him to have a great season. He really needs to pick himself up. But yeah, I can't give him more than a 6 out of 10, unfortunately. Kai Havertz, brilliant performance from him. Goal and assist, off the mark for the new season. Looking like he's going to be our first choice number 9 for most of the season. And that's what I want. That's where I want him to play. Can he get the numbers that a title winning team needs? I do think he can. His form since he's been playing up front for us has been spectacular. I think I saw a stat, something like 15 goals and assists in 13 games up front. That might have even been before yesterday's game. So yeah, brilliant from him, and I hope it continues, man, because if it does, with him and Saka getting loads of goal contributions and others contributing, it could be a spectacular season. And then the boys, he's no longer a star boy. He is a superstar. Bukayo Saka hardly had a pre-season, comes in and puts on that performance. Brilliant, man. That assist for Havertz, cutting in. This is the thing with him. Defenders don't know how to deal with him. Unless you're going to triple up on him, he can go down the line. He can run at you. He can cut in and shoot. He can slow down the game. His football IQ is just off the charts. He can whip that ball in and find the likes of Kai Havertz. And yeah, just brilliant. He gets a 9 out of 10 for me. And probably man of the match as well. Difficult to choose between him and Raya, but I'd probably give it to Saka just because goals wins games, and he's contributed to both of our goals. So yeah, big performance from him. I think off the bench we had made a couple of changes, only 3 I think. So we had Trossard come on, we had Jesus come on, and it was really nice to see Jurriën Timber. He came on as well. But yeah, none of them really done enough to affect the game. Jesus getting a yellow card when he came on for some stupidness that Wolves defender was carrying on with. How he's walked away from that game without a booking is madness. Choke slam Havertz, touch Jesus' bum unnecessarily, just weird, very weird. But yeah, good performance all round, shaking the cobwebs off, got a clean sheet, which was massive, I think. And then we move on to 4 massive games coming up. We got Villa away next week, who started with a win as well. Brighton at home after that, who started with a very convincing win away at Everton. And then we go away to Spurs and Man City. Whew, what a tough start they've given us. But yeah, we move 1 game at a time. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, we just have to move. Let me know what you think. Let me know your comments. Let me know what you thought of the game. What you were happy with, what you weren't happy with. Hopefully we go into the market as well and have a couple more. It looks like Marino's going to sign. He was left out of the Real Sociedad squad for their game this weekend. So it looks like that one's going to get over the line, and then hopefully we can get that attacker in, man, that I've been dying for. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And then we'll see you for the next video. But yeah, great start for the boys, and hopefully it's going to be a great season.